Good morning, everybody. How we doing here? Back with another live show. Kyle and I have been live every single day this week at 9 a.m. and we will continue to be live here on the Coda Sports Gambling Network Facebook and a YouTube page, just giving out winners left and right. So thanks everybody for joining us. And again, like, subscribe, comment, give us your winners in the chat, and we'll discuss them and we'll ride with them. But Kyle, it's PGA Championship Thursday. I don't know if you're a big golf guy, but how you doing this Thursday?
Doing good, doing good. Had a little rough card yesterday with my Gambling Feud Twitter page, but that doesn't mean I can't bounce back. I still got a opportunity to bounce back. DJ's Mortal Lock did not hit yesterday, so that means I have a chance to have a Mortal Lock hit this week and take the lead. So we're doing good. I'm confident.
Awesome. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Who was his Mortal Lock last night?
He had the Oilers as his Mortal Lock to Oilers money line, and they lost 4-1 last night. Okay. So
sounds good. So if Kyle is on a podcast, a Gambling Feud podcast with his cousin DJ, and the Gambling Feud podcast, you can find that online at Feud Gambling, part of the network here. And then, of course, B. Russ and myself have a podcast, Mount Lockmore, episode 40. Just dropped this morning, so you can check that out on Apple, Apple Music and Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Play if you're a Google Play guy. But Kyle, we got some games here. We had some play-in games yesterday as well. We had the Lakers defeating the Golden State Warriors and grabbing that number 7 seed there. And it was a very entertaining game to watch. Unfortunately, if you had the Lakers, they did not cover -6. I thought that was a little high. I stayed away from it, just because I thought that was a little high of the number. But again, it's LeBron James, and I never like to bet against LeBron James. He had a hell of a three there late with like 1.3 seconds left as the shot clock was winding down to kind of bury the Warriors. And then the Warriors were all discombobulated as they tried to get a last-second shot off Steph Curry. And, it was an entertaining game to watch. And then in the first game, we had the Spurs. They ended up covering. I guess it depends what you got them at. 4.5. If you had them at 4.5, they covered. If you had them at 4, they pushed against the Grizzlies as they lost by 4 there. But another entertaining game. Ja Morant, a heck of a player. He's fun to watch. So, Kyle, did you catch any of those 2 games last night?
That Lakers Warriors game, that's fun to watch. That's good basketball right there. And just seeing, Curry and LeBron going at it, I enjoyed watching that. And now I get to see, the Warriors taking on the Suns, and then the winner of Grizzlies Lakers get the Jazz. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be fun. And again, just playoff basketball is back, so you got to love it. And there's nothing better than that. Obviously, the NHL playoffs going on today as well and this week. But we start in the NBA here, Kyle, today. There's one NBA game, the playing game. We have the Pacers, who obviously demolished the Hornets right off the bat on, Monday, Tuesday. And then we have the Wizards, who lost to the Celtics. And these teams will play, and it'll be in Washington. The Wizards are -3. I've seen it this morning now. It's gone up to -3.5. As you can see, the dog in the background. Sorry about that. And the over-under is 237. So, Kyle, what do you like in this game here?
I really like the Wizards in this game. I think that they're a little more round and solid as a team than the Pacers are. Bradley Beal was just a few points short of beating Steph Curry for the scoring leader this year. Russell Westbrook's been having a really good season so far. They got Hachimura from Gonzaga, who's been really solid this year. I just think as a team overall, they're really, really solid. I would actually parlay this game to a Wizards money line parlayed with a -3.5. I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to win by more than 3.5.
Okay, I like that. I love parlays. Are you a big parlay guy or not so much?
I am a big parlay guy. Obviously, I'm not stupid and do some of those 10-team parlays that you see people do, but I'll do a few games every now and then and parlay it if I think it'll win. Every now and then on the Gambling Feud podcast, I'll do just some crazy parlay just because. But no, if I see a good opportunity to parlay, I'll do it for sure.
Absolutely. We on the website codasportscappers.com, I'm trying to in talks with trying to get a parlay calculator on the website. So if you want to look at some parlays, you can go to our website and just kind of mess around with some lines and see what it pays out. So we can see if we can get that in the next few weeks here. But parlays, they're interesting. Small parlays. I'd like to do teasers in the NFL too. Those are fun. But parlays 10, 12 teams. some people, I know some of my gambling friends are like putting 12 teamers together every single night. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, come on. I mean, it's never going to hit. Come on.
Throw away your money is what you're doing.
Exactly. So, all right. So Kyle likes the Wizards here. He parlays them with the spread -3.5, and then with them money line. I'm staying away from that number there. I like the over here. Both these teams don't play great defense. The over's at 237. I think there's going to be a lot of points here scored tonight. The over is 8-1-1 in the Pacers' last 10 games, following a straight-up win of 10 points or more. Obviously, they beat the Hornets on Monday, 144-117. And then the over is 11-1 in Washington's last 12 games versus a team with a losing record straight up. So there's some good stats there to back up the over. So I'll take the over here, 237 in this only play-in game of the day there, Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be a great game to watch. But I do think the Wizards will pull it off and end up playing the Sixers in the first round.
There we go. They're fighting to play the Sixers and Embiid and Simmons and the boys. So again, should be fun. And the playoffs are kind of finally coming into place here. We're messing around with this play-in tournament, but soon it'll be all over. But we got games on Saturday, and we got one game on Sunday with the Hawks and the Knicks. But of course, Kyle and I will be live Saturday and Sunday, and we can give you some of those lines there as well. So Kyle, in the NHL, we had some games last night, some entertaining games. That Avalanche game late last night got really, really entertaining. All of a sudden, they scored like 9 goals after there was like 3-2 or something in the third, and they ended up scoring 9 goals. So pretty crazy there. But the 4 NHL games here today, you have the Panthers at the Lightning. The Lightning -145, the over/under 5.5. The Penguins at the Islanders. The Islanders at home -115. The over/under there is 5. You have the Canadiens at the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs -213. This is the first game of their 7-game series, and the over/under 5.5. And then you have the Minnesota Wild at home against the Vegas Golden Knights. The Knights -115, and the over/under 5.5. Any of those, Kyle, stand out to you?
Just going down the line, I guess, for Panthers Lightning, I like that over a 5.5. The first game these two teams played, Tampa Bay won 5-4. And the second game, they won 3-1. So it's still fairly close to 5. I think they're going to get back on the over train there. So I do like the over in that game. And I think, I think you said a while ago that some team has to be swept in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I think it's going to be the Panthers here. I like them money line. I got them at 140, -140 money line. So I think that is the move there. With the Penguins and the Islanders, again, I like the over in that game because the first game they scored 7. The second game they scored 3. I think when you do an over and then you go to an under, you're going to go back to an over again. So it's kind of like a little curve there. So I think the over again is the move there. I like the Islanders in this game. I'm not a big Penguins guy. I like to root against them most of the time, but I think the Islanders are kind of out to prove people wrong this year. So I think the Islanders will win game 3. And then Maple Leafs Canadiens. I think the move here is to take Maple Leafs puck line. You're just going to take way too much juice. Taking them money line. You have them at -213. I have them at -200. Okay. Still just a lot of juice to eat, and it's just not something I want to take. So I think taking the puck line, I think they're going to win by 2 or 3 goals. So I think that would be the move there. And then in the Minnesota Golden Knights game, both these games have the first game, Minnesota won 1-0 in OT. The second game, the Golden Knights won 3-1 in regulation. It's just these teams play each other way too close for me to be comfortable betting an over a 5.5. So I'm actually going to take an under a 5.5 for that game. So cool. Those are the moves I got for these games. Awesome. Again, you can follow Kyle on Twitter at CombDog, and that's with 2 M's, and for all his plays there today and for the rest of eternity. And you can check him out there on Twitter. So I like those plays, Kyle. I've been on the Lightning all series long against the Panthers. Now that the Lightning at home again. I don't know. I'm going puck line with the Lightning here again. I just think the Panthers, I think they're out of it, right? The Lightning found their groove.
The Panthers played them really, really, really well in that first game, and after that, the Lightning have just been skating circles around this squad. So I like the Lightning here, puck line. That's my first play in the NHL. I also am with Kyle on the Islanders, and I don't know if that's good or bad for anyone watching. We're on the same side, but I like the Islanders here too. In the last 10 games these two teams have played, the favorites are 7-3. The Islanders are -115, the favorite in this one. Obviously, the Penguins won last game 2-1. But Pittsburgh is 2-7 in their last 9 when their opponent scores 2 goals or less in their previous game. And then on the flip side, the Islanders are 13-5 in their last 18 when an opponent scores 2 goals or fewer. And obviously the Penguins scored 2 goals there right on the money in last game. So everything for me points to the Islanders here at home, -115. So I'll take them money line. And then in the Canadiens at Maple Leafs game, again, I think I've said it every single show, Kyle. We know, what have you done for me lately? The Canadiens, 19-9 in their last 28 games, playing on 3 or more days rest. Toronto is 4-0 in their last 4 games at home as favorites. And I like the Maple Leafs here. But I'm not going to take them money line. I'm going to take them puck line, and I think get some better value there. And again, I think this can be a 2 to 3 goal game with the Maple Leafs coming out on top. And on the other side, I like your pick there of the under. Again, you just can't feel comfortable betting an under or over, I should say, in a Golden Knights Wild game after those first few games. But I'm going to take the Wild here. They got to get one, or they have one, but they got to get another one, I think. And at home, I just think that they can get it done here, and so I'll take and a little bit of value there too. So I'll take the Wild money line in that one, and I lean, much like Kyle, I lean the under too. But I might add that to my card later today. So those are my 4 plays there in the NHL.
We agree on a lot of games. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that could be a good thing considering like we're both fairly smart gamblers, I would say. So I think that would be good that we agree on something that could be a lock for some people. Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I noticed that too at first couple shows. We're on the same side in these NHL and NBA games too. So it's the MLB that's always interesting, Kyle. And today we have 11 MLB games that start as I pull the lines up here as we can get everything going. And it starts. We got some early games. We have 5 early games here. We have 2 games that start before noon, which is kind of nice. We have the San Francisco Giants and Johnny Cueto taking on the Cincinnati Reds and Tyler Mahle. That starts at 11:35. The Reds lost again last night. Now -135 on that money line. The over-under is at 9. The Tampa Bay Rays and Rich Hill take on the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles, I can go into this a little later, might be on my do not bet list. They might be dead to me after John Means gave them a nice 5-0 lead, and they gave it up and lost 9-7 last night. They take on the Baltimore Orioles and the Rays, and the Rays -160. The over-under is 9. The New York Yankees and take on the Texas Rangers. The Yankees -125. The over is set at 8. And then at 120 as well, you have the Washington Nationals and Joe Ross taking on Kyle's Chicago Cubs and Trevor Williams. Trevor Williams and the Cubs -125. The over-under is 10. Kyle, what do you like there?
First, looking at that Giants and Reds game, Johnny Cueto's been 2-1 this year with a 3.62 ERA, and Tyler Mahle for the Reds is 2-1 with a 2.93 ERA. Both really, really solid pitchers. So I think a move I would go for this game personally is first 5 under 5. I think the first few innings, while these starters are in, they're going to not give up very many runs. I don't think it's going to be a 5-run game after the first 5 innings. So I think that is definitely the move there. For the Orioles and Rays, both these pitchers have just abysmal ERAs. Rich Hill is a 4.26 and Drew Creamer has a 5.81. So I think the over of 9 absolutely is a move to go there.
Okay.
In regard to the Yankees Rangers, Corey Kluber just pitched a no-hitter yesterday. He actually only had 1 walk in the 3rd inning. Otherwise, he was pretty well perfect throughout. So I think the Yankees are going to sweep him. I just am not a Rangers guy. I think I like to bet against them and the Tigers quite a bit. So I think the Yankees win money line. And Nationals and Cubs, I'm not betting the Cubs. I'm done doing that. I am Joe Ross is a 5.8 ERA and Trevor Williams is a 6.27. Absolutely, the move is over 9 for this game.
All right. I like it. Kluber did throw that no-hitter. Kyle mentioned that. Are no-hitters they're not even fun anymore. I mean, how many we had this season? Six no hitters, and that seventh one that lasted 7 innings. I don't know. No hitters used to be a thing, 5-7 years ago. It's like, wow, if you got a no hitter, like that was awesome. One of the greatest accomplishments. But now they're just throwing them left and right, it seems.
Yeah, I still think it's pretty impressive. I'm just still waiting for that perfect game to happen. That's absolutely more impressive. We actually haven't had a perfect game in the MLB since Felix Hernandez did it back in 2012.
Okay.
But back in 2012, there was 3 perfect games thrown, which was just crazy because Felix threw one. Matt Cain on the Giants at the time threw a perfect game. And then someone on the White Sox, I don't remember who, but he threw a perfect game too. So we actually had 3 back then. So we were pretty spoiled back in 2012 because we haven't had one since. So that's what I'm more looking forward to. Like, no hitters, still very, very impressive. Don't get me wrong. People say they're not fun. I still think it's really impressive, but I'm still just waiting on that perfect game to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect game. Always fun to watch. I know Pumbaa tweeted out last night about no hitters, not being as special. And of course, anybody but Toast, right? It was Toast that came at him, was chirping him a little bit. So it's always fun when Toast chirps some of the other cappers. But I said the Orioles are dead to me. They were up 5-rip yesterday. John Means looked good. They gave up 3 runs in the 5th, 3 in the 7th, and 3 in the 8th to lose 9-7. So I'm mad at the Orioles. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Rays here against the Orioles, and this has, I guess, everything to do about me and John Means not getting the win yesterday. So not much of a research pick. It's just I want to stick it to Baltimore now. So I'm taking Tampa Bay here, and I can get them at 160, which it's all right. But I do truly think that they can win this contest. Kyle said that he's not betting on the Cubs. I, however, will back Kyle's Cubs here today. The Nats are 1-6 in their last 7 Thursday games and 1-7 in the last 7 game 4s of a series. So they're not very hot when it comes to game 4s of series. So I'm going to take them there. And those are my 2 plays there for these early games there, Kyle. But in the we also have a couple other early afternoon games here on Thursday. We have the Houston Astros and Luis Garcia going against the Oakland Athletics and Cole Irvine. The Astros -120. The over/under 8.5. We also have the Minnesota Twins taking on the Los Angeles Angels and Alex Cobb. Both these squads split down the middle. -110 on the money line for me. The over/under is at 7. And then we have the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Again, both these squads split right down the middle at -110. The Twins will also play a doubleheader. So then you have Jose Barrios going at 607 against Griffin Canning. And the Twins are favored in that one, -120 there. So Kyle, out of those couple games, what do you like there?
I have been very, very poor this week at no-run first innings. I don't know if I've hit a no-run first inning bet this week, to be honest. I've kind of been on a cold streak. I'm very, very confident, though, in that Astros-A's no-run first inning. Luis Garcia only has a 3.34 ERA. Cole Irvine only has a 3.02. I think they can get at least the first inning with no runs. So I like a no-run first inning in that game. Twins-Angels, that's actually the first game of a doubleheader. They got another game tonight. My book has an over/under of 7 in 7 innings. I just don't think that happens. I think that these 2 pitchers are really, really poor this season, but I just don't think that 7 runs in 7 innings is going to happen. So I bet the under there. But my sportsbook has them as a pick'em. So okay. I think the Angels are going to struggle now without Mike Trout. So him being out 2 months is gonna hurt him a lot. I like the Twins money line here.
Ooh,
so
okay.
That is my move for that game. And then the Phillies Marlins, I like the Phillies. I think they'll pull it off against the Marlins. I think Harper will have a really nice game against them, and those are my plays.
Awesome. I like it. I'm going to go the little bit opposite way. I'm going to take the Angels, money lines, and I'm going to put those in a parlay, and we're going to ride that out because the Twins are just terrible at baseball. So until they show me that they can, be consistent and win some games and be competitive, I'm just going to continue to fade them. So I'm going to take the Angels in both those games and put them in a little parlay and see what we can happen. So I'll take that there. And then in the other game here, the Phillies, I'm going to take the Marlins actually on that money line. The Phillies have Vince Valquez, I believe, going. He is 0-2 with 11.94 ERA in his last 5 starts against the Marlins. He's allowed 23 earned runs in 17 and a third innings against the Marlins. So I'm gonna take the Marlins here, and we can see what we can do. He's also allowed 4 earned runs in 4 or 5 more starts, and so I'm gonna take the Marlins here. And they have Sandy Alcantara on the mound, so I like the Marlins in this one. And then I like the, let's see, what is my other pick here? Oh, my 2 other picks, Kyle, are for the late games. So, or not the late games, but the evening games. So we can just go over those quick. We have the Pittsburgh Pirates and Will Crow taking on the Atlanta Braves and Drew Smiley. The Braves minus 196 at my sportsbook. And then you have the Boston Red Sox taking on the Toronto Blue Jays and Steven Matz and the Blue Jays minus 135. So what do you like there, Kyle?
So I said before that I like to bet, against the Tigers, and I like to bet against the Rangers. I also like betting against the Pirates.
Okay.
Not because of my dislike for the Pirates. They're just not good this year. So I think that Smiley will have a really, really solid outing against the Pirates, just with that Pirates line. It just isn't very good. I like, a minus 195. That's a lot of juice to drink. I just don't feel comfortable with that. I think they're to win by 2 or more runs. So I like the Pirates minus 1.5.
Okay.
For that particular game. And then in that Red Sox Blue Jays game, I'm gonna bet the underdog. I'm gonna go the Red Sox here. I think they can surprise some people and kind of get back on their feet a little bit. They've been on like a little bit of a downward spiral, but I think they can bounce back against the Blue Jays here. So that's my move for that game.
All right, I like it. And in this Pittsburgh Pirates Braves game, the over under is 8.5. I lean the under here. You can actually get that at plus 105 at my sportsbook. The Pirates are 0-4 in their last 4 road games with totals set between 7 and 8.5, while the Braves are just 1-5 in their last 6 home games. So I think this could be possibly an ugly-ish game, kind of a slow game. Under 8.5, I will take that. And then in the let's see, I had another game here. Don't the D-backs play here tonight? Is that not on your book here? I thought the D-backs played.
Nope, they don't.
Okay, that must be for tomorrow. All right, I'll save my stats for tomorrow. They play the Dodgers tomorrow, I believe. So getting a little ahead of myself, but I got some fire stats for that game there, and I'll save that for tomorrow. So there we go. There's our MLB plays there, Kyle. And anything else in the MLB that you like?
Did you see that the second line for the doubleheader between the Twins and the Angels at 6:07?
6:07. Let's see. The Twins minus 120. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah. That's the second game of that doubleheader there. I don't know if we covered that or not.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we got Barrios going for the Twins against Griffin Canning. The Twins minus 120 there at 6:07. The second game of that doubleheader. Check this out. The over/under is at 6. Very low. So, Kyle, you like anything there?
I like when Jose Barrios is on the mound. I like their ace. I think there's not a lot of promise right now for that Twins team. I will be the first to admit that, but I really, really like Jose Barrios. And even DJ said in our Gambling Feud pod that he's been riding Barrios since he came in the league and stuff like that. I like when he's on the mound, and I always bet in favor of the Twins for that. So I'm going to take the Twins money line, and yeah, that'd be the move I'd go with.
Okay, I like it. I'm gonna stick to my guns, Kyle. I like Jose too for the Twins when he's on the mound. He seems to be obviously the ace for the Twins and the only pitcher that can get something going. But again, the Twins struggled on the road, so far away from Minnesota. I'm going to take the Angels, and I'm gonna stick with that and put that in a little parlay. So that'll be my parlay for today. Both the Angels money lines there. So there we go. Cool. There is a WNBA game tonight. Seattle at Minnesota. Now, before the show, I didn't see if this line was out quite yet, but as we look at it here, and now it is. Okay, so at 7 o'clock for today, Thursday, May 20th, we have the Seattle Storm -5 on the road against the Minnesota Lynx, and the over-under is 164.5. This line actually just dropped to -5 now, Kyle, but what do you like here?
I like Seattle here. Since she's been in college, I've been a big Breanna Stewart fan. Yep. I think she's one of the more dominant women's basketball players I've ever seen. And I think she's in her 2 games, she's averaging 27 points per game and shooting 48% from the field. I think she's just one of the best players in the WNBA right now. And I think that she's going to lead Seattle quite a ways this year. She's just known for having success at UConn. I don't think she lost while she was at UConn, which is just crazy to me. So I think, yeah, in 4 years she hadn't lost a game. That's just that's crazy. But I like Breanna Stewart in the Seattle Storm here.
Okay, I like it. I'm also on the Storm again. It keeps dropping. -4.5 now. I'm seeing it. So I'm going to take the Storm -4.5. I guess it doesn't really matter. The Lynx, not the greatest squad. This season they're going to struggle a little bit, and the Storm just going to dominate every single squad they have, and they had some key offseason acquisitions, and obviously with Stewart and Sue Bird, this squad is really, really good. So I'm going to take the Storm here, -4.5. I also lean the under 164, but I'll tweet that out if I like it on my card at Coda Capper Pace on Twitter. So there we go, Kyle. Anything else for the day that you're looking at between these four sports here?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, it's just a great time to be betting right now.
Yeah.
So you got to absolutely, if there's a time where you kind of want to start to get betting a little bit. I know I got friends in Iowa where it's, you can get on any sports book pretty much in Iowa. Just take advantage of it. This is just a great time to watch some really, really good. You got playoff basketball, you got playoff hockey, you got some really solid games in the MLB. WNBA is just getting started. It's just a great time to bet. So I think if you're contemplating about it, you should definitely give it a shot.
Yes, absolutely. And we are here to help, right? We got the website, CodaSportsCappers.com. We got 7 Cappers on Twitter as well. You can follow the network at Coda Cappers. And, of course, Kyle and I have our live show. Special guest next week, Kyle. The one and only B-Russ might be on with us in the morning. He's going to have some free time in the mornings next week, so he might hop on and give us his picks as well and be on the show with us. So be on the lookout for that. But like I said, shout out to the 4 people watching here on YouTube, a couple on Facebook as well. So we love it. Just keep building. And shout out to B-Russ and Chris Lee in the chat. We got Chris Lee in the chat too. And we got to love that as well. B-Russ just said in the chat, make mobile betting legal in South Dakota, and added Kristi Noem, the governor. So got to love it. So there we go. All right, Kyle, if you have nothing else, again, good luck to everybody out there, and don't just win some of your bets. Let's cash all these tickets here today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Let's have a day.